Look at some of our news for this Tuesday morning. You may have heard the Russian ambassador to Turkey was assassinated yesterday. He was attending some kind of a museum opening and was giving a speech when an off-duty policeman started shooting him, and then said something in Arabic, Allah Akbar, and then also something in Turkish about remember Aleppo. He was then killed by other people who were there to protect the ambassador. It's been called an obvious provocation by not just the Russians, but also by the Turks. And at this point, all sides are saying that they're going to try to find out who was behind this. In an interview, one of the representatives to NATO from the United States admitted that Russia isn't going to attack anyone. An interesting statement, given that the entire purpose of NATO is to protect American allies from Russian aggression. A truck managed to plow through an entire crowd of shoppers in an outdoor market in Germany, killing 9 in the process, including some children. A very sad story for Christmas. Christine Lagarde, the chief of the IMF, has been convicted over a payout that was made on her watch. Basically, the conviction carries no jail time, it carries no fines, and it really carries no criminal record. It's basically just some kind of a little ding saying that she was responsible for the misuse of public funds. Kind of interesting. She could have faced jail time and some very large fines in that. Meanwhile, both the IMF and the French government have expressed continued confidence in Ms. Lagarde. An aircraft with military men on board, an IL-68, I believe, crashed in Russia's north. Some 32 passengers plus crew members, 7 of them, all survived the crash. There were some serious injuries, however, off to surgery, and once again, everybody survived. Donald Trump was officially elected by the Electoral College, despite several faithless electors, as they call them, who voted for somebody else. They didn't even vote for Clinton. In fact, some of those faithless electors were supposed to vote for Clinton and voted for Bernie Sanders. Some of those who didn't vote just simply refused to vote and were replaced by alternates. President Obama has pardoned another 78 people and cut sentences for 153, nowhere near the number of pardons that some of his other predecessors have had. And a columnist by the name of Katie Hopkins issued a formal personal apology to a family that she accused of having al-Qaeda connections when they were denied entry into the United States. The family said basically, hey, look, you've smeared us, and it's not enough for you to make a retraction. We want a personal apology. And so she called them and apologized for that. That's what we've got for our news. We're going to take a look at our Alaska news as well. Make sure you check out that video. And today, our commentary is going to focus in on what happened when a fellow on a snow machine attacked mushers that were participating in the Iditarod. You may remember that happened last year. He actually, I think, attacked 2 or 3 different mushers. He got some jail time and a fine. And we'll talk a little bit about that, because here in Alaska, it's very important that people respect the trails and give others the opportunity to use them. For whatever reason, going after a dog team with your snow machine or anybody else, not good form. We'll talk about that. I'll give you my point of view, and if there's something you'd like to add, please email me, steve@radiofreespeech.com. Coming soon, we hope to have the phone lines hooked up. We do have the phone. It's just some connections need to be made still. And we'll get it all hooked up and start getting some calls and having a little two-way discussion in this. Once again, tell all your friends, radiofreespeech.com. If you like what I'm doing, please become a sponsor, either by buying a direct subscription or becoming a patron on Patreon. And make sure you subscribe. Thanks.